Sure, there are times when they just drift apart, colleagues and friends, but when it happens through breach of trust, it's painful to watch and experience. Fixing fractures, restoring shattered relationships in business and in life. For coaches, therapists, advisors, chairs, who've long sat and listened to members or clients rail about issues with one of their team members, where they're at odds, they're broken with them, they've had a problem, and they want to talk about it, want to vent. I wonder if maybe you've long said, I wish I had something more concrete that I could offer to them to help them out with this. Discordant work groups, people who are at each other's throats perhaps, usually in subtle ways, not outright battling in meetings, but more backstabbing and undermining that goes on. I'm sure that if you've listened to stories about that sort of thing, you've probably had an idea that it would be great if you could do something about that in a concrete way, help your client come to grips with these things and bring them to ground. But this book is not just written for specialists, it's written for anybody who is on the horns of a dilemma in a relationship where they've formerly got along very well with another person that they really value. And now they're broken. It's discontinued, they're not in active contact, or they may sense that the relationship is in peril and about to go down a slippery slope. For those people too, they'll find this book approachable, straightforward, and short. It's a very easily followed book that guides you through a process that will bring you whole with this other person that you do care about and want to be right with. It's a book that's meant to give heart and encouragement to people who are there on the brink of trying to do something about a broken relationship. They want to address it, and they may be hung up on the how. Well, this book is meant to deal with that issue and to take away that obstacle. But don't take my word for it. Here's what Nora Poller, 22-year Vistage veteran chair from the Los Angeles Basin, had to say about the book. I'll just read her comments. Doug, I think this book is something special. I have facilitated conversations that are so difficult and with so much at stake in my 22 years as a Vistage chair. I wish I had Fixing Fractures as a conversation guide while coaching CEOs, when every word, every choice, every gesture, intentionality, and the whole relationship mattered. Follow this guide, every step, the next time you want to repair a relationship. Every leader should read it at least once and keep it handy. It works. I'm devoted to ending disconnection. When I see people who were formerly getting along become estranged from each other, disconnected, that troubles me. It's unnecessary. It's come about because of a disagreement, something that was not worked through. Sure, there are times when they just drift apart, colleagues and friends, but when it happens through breach of trust, it's painful to watch and experience. I met John Konstanturos in the 80s. He was my first trainer when I was down in San Diego learning to be a tech chair for Canada. I soon learned that he was a very special force. He had an ability to wade into dens of discord in corporate settings and emerge with unity. I was intrigued. I asked him to mentor me and teach me. He did. As a result, we developed the relationship mindset and the resolution protocol, which are spoken of in Fixing Fractures. I began to do this work in my practice, taking on seemingly impossible situations. And I got a bit of a reputation for effecting seemingly miraculous reconciliations. These were pulled off using fixing fractures. John's career was unfortunately cut short. He died of a brain tumor in 2019. Through a conversation brokered by legendary Vistage chair in San Diego, Ozzy Gontang, I was able to speak to John's widow, Jackie Townsend Konstanturos. She authorized me to tackle this book. She calls it the book John was never able to write. It's now there as a labor of love for you to use. I hope you do. Fixing fractures, restoring shattered relationships in business and in life.